Welcome back, Trinity people. We're getting you ready to meditate with us on Wednesday night. This week, our meditation energy is the energy of relationship, which is a very important energy. If you think this is important, if you would like to have more insight into each of the energies that we meditate on, then you should join us. Sign up. It's on our website. You can find the times, and we'll even give you email notifications so that you can have that energy in your consciousness before you go into meditation. It's a wonderful thing. Take a moment to go to our website, sign up. While you're at it, like this video, subscribe to this channel. We'll be there for you every week, giving you a new energy. As I said, this week our energy is relationship, and every time I do one of these videos, I go back and look at some of the previous things that we've said about that energy, because we have a whole back catalog of these videos now. I was looking at the last video I did on relationship, and I made the important point that people bend around a certain point. They fold around a certain point. Relationships bend and fold around a certain point too, and it's a different point. You have to find that place where there's flexibility to bend and fold instead of just hammering away on the places that aren't ever going to change like that. As I was watching it, I thought, wow, this guy in the video makes some good points. So I encourage you to go back and check those sort of things out. But this time we're going to take a slightly different tact around relationship, because the big problem with relationship is, of course, that we bump up against other people and their desires. And when you're in relationship with an organization or a situation or a single person, there's always going to be this place where you want to move and there's no freedom from the other entities. And that's where we have all of our friction with relationship. That's why we always have problems with relationship, because there always comes some moment where you and the other person, or you and the employer, or you and the family just don't seem to be going in the same direction. Those are the great moments of friction for us. And I want to talk a little bit about that today and give you an exercise to help you feel that part of relationship. So we're going to talk about somebody grabbing you. And in self-defense situations, I've belabored the point in many videos that you want to get away from that. And the way that we do that is to grab hands and just make a big circle. Just like that. You can step forward, you can step back, it doesn't matter. But you should always grab, circle, and step. Grab your own hands. There you go. Circle and step, just like that. That's a great way to get away when you feel somebody's grabbing you and it's a life or death situation. But, as you can see, this model of relationship where I get into some problems and I disengage might bring up a little bit of problem in an ongoing relationship, because you're always breaking away whenever there's friction, and then you have to start over and reestablish the relationship with that person or that organization or whatever. That's kind of problematic, to always have to start from zero. You want to be able to get into a situation where there is some friction, but your option is not just fight it or break away from it. We want to be able to move with it. And the secret to moving with it is that instead of resisting, just resist, we're going to extend our energy. And what that looks like is, if I try and move, she's going to hold me still, and that's the perfect paradigm of relationship. I want to move, but the partner or the situation is not letting me move. And what we do is just fight against that, trying to make it happen, or break away from it and just cancel the whole thing and start over. Instead, I want to give you the idea that you can extend your energy into the situation or the relationship. And that is going to be summed up by what we do with our fingers. Because if you look now, my fingers are curled up and all of my energy is going back into me. So I want to put energy into the relationship by extending myself into it. So I'm going to extend my fingers just like that. And hold me still, hold me still. If your held still and the relationship feels confining and you extend into it, there's no friction anymore. Now you may think that's a magic trick, but it's not. I can hold her still and she can resist and try and fight loose, and it's not going to happen. But if you just extend your fingers and send your energy outward, they're not going to be able to hold you still. The relationship can't confine you if you're extending into it instead of pulling away from it or fighting with it. And this is the true secret of relationship. Put your energy into, not by forcing it, but by imagining that this energy is shooting out of your fingers and you're just releasing it, like letting a dove go at a wedding. Fly, be free. Don't put a lot of effort into it. Don't just try and push your way through, but instead get really quiet and just simply extend your hands and extend your energy. And they're not going to be able to hold on to you. It looks like I just gave up, but I did not give up. I was hanging on tight, but suddenly there was nothing to hang on to. Thank you, Carrie. This is the real secret of relationship. When you get into troubles, do not pull away. Do not fight with that resistance. Instead, extend into it. Practice this every day, just this sensation of resisting and then just extending. Sending your energy out into the situation changes the relationship. If you think that stuff's cool, you should stay tuned for more Trinity.